welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And it's part 2 of our visit to the pharmacy.
We are still here.
We're still here, that's right. A lot of people love pharmacies. Sometimes they go there for problems with their health, as we saw yesterday. Other times people go there just to shop. I was in Korea a few years ago, and my wife spent probably a couple of hours over a few days.
Oh my
Probably a
gosh.
couple of hours at pharmacies.
Amazing. You can get everything.
I spent most of the time standing out front just drinking coffee.
Well, you know, Korea is the place of skincare, so she has to make sure she gets everything possible.
I was amazed. These pharmacies were some of the most popular stores in the shopping area.
How much stuff did she buy?
Oh, I don't even know. I think there was a whole extra suitcase coming
Yep,
back with
yep.
us. And you mentioned that there's another country that you like to go to.
Oh, I love
or when you
it.
go there, you like to visit the pharmacies.
Yes.
What was that?
So in Asia, you know, it's Korea and Japan, right? The places of beauty. In
Okay.
Europe, it's gonna be France.
Ah.
So the French people have their special creams and, you know, they're not really like face masks, but they're just like special things, like emergency creams or like little like tips for your hair and stuff like that. And there are these, if you like go to France, you have to Google top things to get at the French pharmacy because they're quite cheap. And, you know, things in Europe can be a bit expensive, but the things at pharmacies can be small, good gifts.
Interesting.
I feel like the best gifts are those local things that people don't know about, and then you give it to them that they can use. It's very practical, and it's just, I love it. I love that feeling. I can also spend maybe not a few hours, but definitely like 45 minutes looking at the products and trying to read some of the labels and then Googling them. It's an adventure. You should try it out when you go to a new country.
Definitely. And of course, the other thing about the French pharmacies is they always have that green flashing cross out front, which I always thought was weird. You'll be in a little French town. It'll look like something from, 200 years ago, but there's a flashing electric green sign.
It just tells you we're here.
And it's not a 7-Eleven. It's not something like a convenience
there's like
store.
no name.
It's a pharmacy. And it's the only one that seems open
in the town.
It's easy to find, so that's a good thing. So if you're looking for a pharmacy in France, it might be the easiest thing you could possibly find. And there's good stuff there too. Let's check out today's dialogue.
Roy approaches the pharmacist. He has a Band-Aid on his cheek.
Did you cut yourself shaving?
Not quite. I was playing with my cat and she accidentally scratched my face.
I see. So I'm assuming you've already cleaned the wound?
Yeah, I cleaned it with water already.
Did you apply any antibiotic cream to the cut?
Actually, that's why I'm here, to buy some antibiotic cream. Does the brand make a difference?
Not really. Any over-the-counter antibiotic cream should be fine. There are a few different brands on the shelf right behind you. There are also Band-Aids on the bottom shelf.
Gotcha. Thanks.
All right, so let's check out what is going on at the pharmacy today.
Today's topic is asking about wound care. When we talk about wounds, this is something that happened that maybe you're bleeding, maybe it's very swollen, maybe there's a scar. You hurt yourself basically, and we have to care for that part. So our main character today, Roy, hello Roy again. Roy approaches the pharmacist. He has a Band-Aid on his cheek. Did he get into a bar fight?
Oh, what happened to Roy this time?
He got slashed by a knife by the cars.
Well, last time it was mosquitoes and he burned himself, and now apparently he's got a cut or something, some injury on his face.
Roy,
what are you doing
man.
now, Roy? Let's find out by getting into the dialogue.
Did you cut yourself shaving?
Oh, okay, well that's a good guess. That's the pharmacist seeing Roy, his accident-prone customer, come in again. He's hurt himself. So that's a good guess. You've cut yourself on the face. Men, of course, shave every day or something like that. And yes, you can cut yourself shaving. That happens. But that's not the reason he's got this injury. Roy says not quite. That's not quite what happened. You're close, though. There was, an injury, but not from shaving. He says, I was playing with my cat and she accidentally scratched my face.
Hit him over the face. It happens.
This has actually happened to me. It happened to me one day in the morning before I had to come and film.
Did you wear makeup to cover it?
Cut, very thin little cut, but sometimes cats, especially baby kittens.
Yeah, they'll just hit your face.
They're just playing, they're just having fun, but they have very sharp claws, and so that's what happened to him. But it wasn't because he was shaving. When you're shaving, you're using a blade of some kind, often a tool called a razor, and you're using soap and water to cut hair off of your body right down to the skin. So we're not talking about, cutting your hair with scissors. We're talking about cutting the hair off your arms or your legs or your face or something like that. Men often shave their faces. Women might shave their legs or something like that. I think swimmers often shave
everything.
All their
they
body.
Have to.
And it takes time, and you got to be careful because you can cut your skin. But most people do it every day or, a couple times a month very safely. People like Nathan. It says Nathan shaves his head every week. I think I read that back in the old days, Michael Jordan used to shave his head every day.
Yep.
He used to do that. That would take some time.
Just be smooth in the water on the court. Now, if you're not getting a cut, it's just a little bit, like Mike said, the cat, just a small one, we call it a scratch. A scratch is just you have a little bit of a line somewhere. It could be on your face, it could be on your car, it could be on your phone, but it's not really a big deal. It's just not so pretty. So sometimes you can get scratched, by a key or something, or, by a paper cut, something small. Adam's 1-year-old scratched him near his eye. So, small hands, but just a little bit, not too big of a deal, but it's called a small scratch. Okay, so the pharmacist says, I see. So I'm assuming you've already cleaned the wound. Like, did you wash it? Did you just put a Band-Aid on it and come over here? What's going on?
Yeah, when you assume, you're basically making a guess, but you feel quite confident that you're right about your guess, okay? So if someone comes in and it's raining outside and they're all wet, you might say, oh, so I assume you forgot your umbrella at home. And they might say, no, it wasn't that. I was attacked by an elephant that blew water all over me. Oh, that's not what I would have assumed. I wouldn't have guessed and been quite confident that you were attacked by an elephant. So when you assume, you're basically making a guess that you feel pretty sure about. It's not kind of like, I don't know. You think you know. You think you know, I should say. For example, I assumed you'd have to work, so I didn't invite you to my party. I know you work in a restaurant and Saturday nights are busy. My party's Saturday. I assumed you were working. I didn't know you had the day off, but I made the best guess, I thought. Roy says, yeah, I cleaned it with water already.
Yeah, that's right. It's okay. It's normal. You just wash it a bit.
He didn't say soap and water. He said just water. Yeah. I mean, that's better than nothing, but really soap or something to help, kill off any bacteria would be good. And that's what the pharmacist is thinking too.
Did you apply any antibiotic cream to the cut? Well, remember, Roy bought antibiotics, so I wonder why he's back here again. Maybe those are the wrong antibiotics. I don't know.
Possibly, who knows? But there is something called cat scratch fever. So you should keep those wounds clean if a cat does show you a little too much love. Roy says, actually, that's why I'm here, to buy some antibiotic cream. So that's what he wanted to get. Maybe he ran out or something like that, or maybe he's thinking what he got for that burn is not the same as what he should use. He doesn't really know, so that's why he came in to ask some questions. He has another question. He's looking at the antibiotic creams, and then he asks, does the brand make a difference? In other words, does the company name or the type of cream, does it make a difference? Is an American one better than a German one? That kind of idea. Is there one that's better than the others?
Not really. Any over-the-counter antibiotic cream should be fine. There are a few brands on the shelf right behind you. Take your pick. There are also Band-Aids on the bottom shelf in case he needs more.
There you go. So that's all he'll need. Gotcha. Thanks. Says Roy. He understands, and he thanks the pharmacist for all his help and advice. He'll get the things he needs. He'll be back home to do battle with his cat one more time. Possibly. Let's take a break.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我 们今天继续来看关于药局英语的2段对话。那第3段对话是关于伤口照护。Roy 走向药剂师，他脸上有贴着 OK 绷。那么药剂师就问他是不是刮胡子的时候刮伤自己了。老师们也在猜说，他会不会是被刀子割伤脸，然后可能会留下疤痕之类的。这时候老师用到 slash 这个字 ，slash 可以用来表达像是用刀或是其他利器来劈砍或是划。那么 scar scar 可以表示疤痕或是伤疤。Mike 老师则用到 accident prone 来描述 Roy。这个字跟 prone prone 可以表达有什么倾向的，或是易于什么什么的。前面常常会接名词来拼成复合形容词，所以 accident prone 就是描述可能通常是因为笨拙而容易出事故的，易遭到意外的。还有像如果你说 injury prone 则是表达易受伤的。那么 Roy 解释说他是在跟猫玩的时候，猫不小心抓伤他的脸，那他有用水清洗过伤口，想要买一些抗生素药膏，他就问药剂师品牌是否有差别。药剂师说其实没有啦，任何非处方的抗生素药膏应该都可以。好，单字 shave 它表示刮胡子或是剃毛的意思。Mike 老师讲解时他提到 razor 表示刮胡刀或是剃刀，那这时候他也用到 blade 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 就表示刀片。再来看 scratch， 它是动词，表示抓伤或者是瘙痒那个瘙。还有 assume 表示假定、假设或是以为。那这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是 apply 的不同意思与用法。第一种呢，可以表达涂或者是敷，它是当及物用，我们可以用 apply A to B 表达将 A 涂在 B 上面。举例来说 ，She applied some sunscreen to her face， 她在脸上抹一些防晒乳。第二个呢是用 apply 表达应用、运用，是做及物用。我们用 apply A to B 可以表达把 A 将 A 运用在 B 上面。像老师可能会对同学说 ，Try to apply what you've learned to this project， 试着将你所学到的运用在这份报告上。在第三个，我们可以用 apply 来表达适用，这时候是不及物用法，我们就常常用 apply to 加名词去表达适用于某人或某事物。例如 The rules apply to everyone in this company， 这些规则适用于全公司的人。接话课文中。
The pharmacist is discussing a prescription with Kara.
This pouch contains antibiotics. Take 1 pill with food 3 times a day for a total of 7 days. Make sure that you finish the entire course of antibiotics. This other pouch has fever medicine. Only take it if you have a fever over 38 degrees.
Are there any side effects?
Some people experience an upset stomach when taking antibiotics, but this side effect is usually mild and should pass once a course of antibiotics has been finished. If you notice any signs of an allergic reaction, like itchy skin, throat tightness, or wheezing, contact your doctor.
All right, we are back, and Roy has headed home with his antibiotic cream to take care of his cat injury. So next, we're moving on to talking about possible side effects. Ooh, this is a good topic because a lot of times we might take medicine for certain things like a cold, but you might not know about the side effects of the medicine. Certain medicines will make you feel better with the problem that you have, but they might give you other things, like something that might help to, kill the pain of your headache, might also give you an upset stomach or make your mouth dry or, things like that. We call those side effects. So it says the pharmacist is discussing a prescription with Kara. Prescription is a medicine that was given to Kara by a doctor, not like one of those things you can just go and buy, like for a headache, but something more special, probably more powerful, that she might need to be a little careful with when you take a prescription, you need to follow the doctor's instructions carefully to help you avoid side effects and other problems like that.
Pharmacist says, this pouch contains antibiotics.
Okay.
Take 1 pill with food 3 times a day for a total of 7 days. Very common. This is all normal. Make sure that you finish the entire course of antibiotics. Don't stop in between. It's not going to work that way. This other pouch has fever medicine. Only take it if you have a fever over 38 degrees. So don't take it every day. Measure your temperature. If it's high and you have 38 degrees fever, then you can take it. 2 pouches.
There you go. All right. Important things to remember. They'll write those down, and you need to follow the doctor's instructions. Even if you feel better, you should still continue to take the medicine as long as the doctor tells you.
Yeah, there's a cycle.
There could be problems if you don't. So that's all fine. Kara understands everything, and it's all written there too. So if she has any questions, she can read the instructions. But she does have one other question. Are there any side effects?
Good question.
This is the thing I was talking about. If I take the medicine, that's all fine. Will I notice some other things with my body that I shouldn't worry about because it's just a side effect? So she just wants to know exactly what to expect once she starts taking the medicine.
And this is a very good question to ask your doctor anytime, just so you don't have to come back being very worried. Some people experience an upset stomach when taking antibiotics, but this side effect is usually mild and should pass once a course of antibiotics has been finished.
Okay.
If you notice any signs of an allergic reaction like itchy skin, throat tightness, or wheezing, which is can't breathe, contact your doctor. So basically, there are normal side effects. So that's why people say you should take food first before taking your medicine, because it could be very strong on your stomach. But if it's too serious, I can't help you, you should go to that doctor. So what we're saying is when the symptoms or the side effects are mild, that means the opposite of severe. Remember, we learned that severe is very serious, very strong. Mild is just a little bit. It could be uncomfortable, but it's not too bad, and you're not rushing to the emergency room. So mild is small, severe is huge and awful. I have a mild headache, but I'm not too worried about it. It's like I don't have to go home yet, but I'm a bit fuzzy, so might take me a bit of time to respond to you, but I'm okay. And I really hope that Kara's symptoms and her illness is going to get more and more mild as well. I hope she gets better without having to see the doctor.
Absolutely. I'm sure she will, as long as she follows that doctor's instructions. I bet you she'll be healthy for a while after this too. So good luck to her, good luck to you guys, and we'll see you back here sometime very soon. Until then, be well. All the best health to you and your loved ones, and take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
好，在第4段对话里，药剂师正在跟 Kara 讨论处方药。他告诉 Kara 其中一个小袋里面含有抗生素，提醒他一定要吃完这个完整个疗程的抗生素才可以哦。另外一袋则有退烧药，只有在发烧超过38度时再服用。那么 Kara 就问说有没有任何副作用？药剂师说有些人吃抗生素的时候会肚子不舒服，但这种副作用通常很轻微，一旦疗程结束后就会消失。那如果有任何过敏反应的迹象，就得联系他的医生了。好，来看单字 mild， 它是形容轻微的或是温和的。那文中的 side effect 就是指副作用。Upset stomach 是表达肚子不舒服，这里的 upset 又是用来形容肠胃是不舒服的。Rainbow 老师则用到 uncomfortable， 在 comfortable 前面加上否定字首 un， 就会变成不自在的、不舒服的，是个形容词。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Roy approaches the pharmacist. He has a Band-Aid on his cheek.
Did you cut yourself shaving?
Not quite. I was playing with my cat and she accidentally scratched my face.
I see. So I'm assuming you've already cleaned the wound?
Yeah, I cleaned it with water already.
Did you apply any antibiotic cream to the cut?
Actually, that's why I'm here. to buy some antibiotic cream. Does the brand make a difference?
Not really. Any over-the-counter antibiotic cream should be fine. There are a few different brands on the shelf right behind you. There are also Band-Aids on the bottom shelf.
Gotcha. Thanks.
The pharmacist is discussing a prescription with Kara.
This pouch contains antibiotics. Take 1 pill with food 3 times a day for a total of 7 days. Make sure that you finish the entire course of antibiotics. This other pouch has fever medicine. Only take it if you have a fever over 38 degrees.
Are there any side effects?
Some people experience an upset stomach when taking antibiotics, but this side effect is usually mild and should pass once a course of antibiotics has been finished. If you notice any signs of an allergic reaction, like itchy skin, throat tightness, or wheezing, contact your doctor.
The Donghai International Art Festival is held between September and October. The main goal of this festival is to encourage interactions between artists from abroad and in Taiwan. It also welcomes participation from the local shops. There will be events in which 100 visitors will be invited to participate in DIY art projects. These events are meant to promote growth in the district and to draw in more crowds. The Donghai International Art Festival has become the highlight of the year for the shopping district. The festival organizers worked hard to enlist local street artists to perform. There were fashion shows featuring models dressed up in different costumes that represented some of the local shops. The visitors also got a chance to make their own pieces of art. People who have gone to the festival in the past enjoyed escaping from everyday life and experiencing the lively artistic atmosphere. During the festival period, between September and October, the DIY event is held every Saturday and Sunday. People can try making their own handicrafts in various shops.